Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. How y'all doing out there? Happy Thursday. We're over the hump, onward toward the weekend. It's almost here. It's pretty much basically the weekend already. You got this. Get through today, get through tomorrow. It's the weekend, and we couldn't be happier about it. Hopefully, you've had a great week so far. It's been a long week for me, I'll tell you that. It's felt like this should be like it shouldn't be Thursday, it should be Sunday. That's how long this week has felt. But we're through that part of it, and now we're on the downhill slide towards the weekend. Good morning, Tony. Happy Thursday. So glad to have you with us. Glad to have all of you with us. Thank you. Thank you for joining us as we just try and find different ways to celebrate the day. Get your day started with what you can celebrate. There's something every day for somebody to celebrate. Some things you may like, some things it's kind of a meh, but there's always something out there, and we're going to try and find it and share it. And hopefully that's one of those things that can kind of get your day started with some positivity, some fun, some smiles, and get you through the day. That's all we want. Celebrate, have fun, have positivity, get us through the day. And so that's what we're doing today. So yes, we are thrilled. It's Thursday. Very thrilled. It's Thursday today. Did you watch Skeleton Crew? Either on Tuesday night or yesterday, the new Star Wars series on Disney Plus. Still loving it, man. Third episode, another great one. A little short, but that's okay. Love where the story is going. So many mysteries out there about what's happening with this group of kids and their pirate crew that they're kind of putting together. Excited to see where this story goes for sure. Totally enjoying it. That's kind of one of the things we're celebrating on this day. Personally, what else are we celebrating? Well, how about a little flower and garden news? Yes, we received some information on next year, 2025's Flower and Garden Festival. It's going to be taking place from March 5th through June 2nd out at Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. One of our favorite festivals. There are 4 of them. And I wonder how we rank it. It's interesting. It varies. As far as just pure beauty and the food, Flower and Garden's pretty darn good. Love the Festival of the Arts. That doesn't run long enough as much. And it used to be the underrated festival, and now it's kind of grown, and it's not as what we really love at the Festival of the Holidays. I think that has kind of become the underrated festival out at Epcot. And then there's still Food and Wine, which is always great as well. But, that's kind of been the king for the longest period of time. But love Flower and Garden, love the topiaries, love the food. A lot of times, at least at the beginning of it, it's kind of a nice, comfortable temperature, so you can really enjoy it. And then as you get towards May and June, it gets a little hotter and stickier. But still, the first few months, beautiful weather and really enjoyable. We also received the first group of Garden Rocks bands. They're going to be playing out at the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. And it's a pretty interesting list. You can see it here. Let me see if I can make it a little bit larger for you to check out here. So yeah, do any of these intrigue you? I can tell you there's a few that intrigue me personally. One in particular, I wonder if you can pick out which one that might be that really intrigues me in particular, that I really like to go see. There's a couple, don't get me wrong. There's I think I would love to see any of these. But there's one in particular, as soon as I saw that pop on there, I'm like, we may need to figure out a way to get to that one. I'm curious if you know which one it is. If you know me at all, you know what kind of eclectic, weird types of music I enjoy, you may figure it out by looking at this. I'm curious if you know. But like I said, I think pretty much all of these, I'd be like, yeah, if we were to get a dining package to any one of these, I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm excited about it. And this is just through March. So remember, this runs through June. So there's going to be many more bands added. This is just the first initial list to kind of get you through March, get you ready for Garden Rocks. Excited about it. Let's see. Do we have a guest here? You got it, Tony. I'm a weirdo. Air Supply. I'm excited for Air Supply. Yes. So officially a 50th anniversary celebration of Air Supply. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good to me. I know. Yeah, my music styles are so eclectic. Like I love like some harder rock bands. I love some rap, love some country. But man, you put on some Air Supply, I'm probably singing along. Oh, good, Tony. I'm not the only one. We love Air Supply too. Yeah. Hey, come on down. Let's all go to Air Supply together. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Yes, you nailed it, Tony. Air Supply. Definitely. Definitely. What else is going on? Well, we also learned about a little bit more about the Christmas Day parade, the Disney, of course, Christmas Day parade. That's kind of become a tradition recently over the last several years. Well, actually, it's been running for a long time, but yeah, they've been promoting it a little more recently. But yeah, the Christmas Day parade. Of course, this is all recorded well before Christmas Day. They kind of try to make it act like it's happening live. It's not. It's been recorded well before. But there we received some times and some information of some of the acts that will be performing, including Sir Elton John. Yep, he's going to be out there. John Legend. Yep, out at Disneyland. Pentatonics out at Alani. We also received some Anika Nani Rose will be performing. Of course, the voice of Princess Tiana. Andy Grammer will be with the Junkanoo celebration dancers. That'll be from Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. So a little Disney cruise. And when we were at the Lookout Key, we loved the Junkanoo stuff. That was so fun. It was total fun. Once you get out to Lookout Key, you have to check out the Junkanoo, the celebration area. But then they bring out these people who create they hand create their outfits. And it's amazing what they do, how intricate they can be. And it's just so fun. The music, the dancing, it's a blast. And you get to join along in it. Highly recommended, but you'll get a peek of that at the parade. Now, the times are a little interesting here. When it's going to be on, ABC is where it's going to really be on. It's 10 a.m. Eastern time is when it starts, 9 a.m. Central time. Okay, that makes sense. But then it's 5 a.m. Pacific time, which was like, shouldn't it be 7 a.m.? I think it's maybe because it runs into Good Morning America or something, I guess. But it was weird that that's when it's going to be on. I was just curious at the odd timing there for those of you on the Pacific Coast time. But the good news is you'll be able to catch it later on the day. It's going to be on Disney Plus on their Spend Christmas Day with Disney Plus era thing that they've got going on there. It's also going to be on YouTube. So even if you're not up at 5 a.m. on Christmas Day, I mean, the kids will probably have you up at 5 a.m. on Christmas Day on the Pacific Coast. So maybe you can get up and watch it, put it on as you're struggling to open up presents and get your coffee into your veins that morning. But yeah, if you can't get up that early and get on and watch it, you will be able to find it at other parts of the day as well. What else are we celebrating on this day? It is December 12th, 2024. It's always a holiday for something. It is Ding-a-ling Day. And I guess that's me. I'm a ding-a-ling. But no, what this actually means is that it's a day that I guess you're supposed to ring someone you love and reconnect with them. They call it Ding-a-ling Day. I don't know. I didn't make it. I didn't create it, but that's what it is. Ding-a-ling Day. Call out, reach out to somebody you know and reconnect. So someone you haven't spoken with in a long time. Today is the day to do that. And they call it Ding-a-ling Day. Okay, I'm a ding-a-ling. Whatever. Today is also, it's more holiday stuff going on today. It's a day for poinsettias or poinsettias, depending on how you like to call it. Do you love poinsettias? We do. We love them. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. They used to have a huge farm of them out not far from where we lived in San Diego in Carlsbad, California. Huge farm. One of the biggest farms you'll ever see for poinsettias. Of course, Disney grows their own great poinsettias, and they put them everywhere. Hi, Donna. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on the show. Speaking about somebody on the West Coast up way too early. Hi, Donna. Glad to have you with us for this morning for sure. Love poinsettias. They make the holidays. They do. They make the holidays. They're so beautiful. The red, the greens, spectacular. Love them. And they're great gifts. For this time of year for sure. What else is we celebrating? Well, talk about a few more things that are specifically holiday related. How about gingerbread houses? Yeah. today is the day for it's National Gingerbread House Day. So if you like to go visit the gingerbread houses out of the Disney resorts, they're spectacular ones. You see one of the ones, of course, the one at the Grand Floridian here, which is probably the best one, but there's so many great gingerbread houses throughout the Disney resorts, both at Walt Disney World and, to a lesser extent, but also at Disneyland. The Grand California always has a great one. And of course, Haunted Mansion Holiday has that a Nightmare Before Christmas gingerbread house that they change out every year. Always great to visit. And you get that gingerbread smell, which is always so amazing when you get through that area. But yeah, today's the day, or like us, we have these kits that we've bought a ton of from Costco. They sell these gingerbread house kits, and Scott and Michelle just love just decorating them. They've decorated a couple of them already. I'm sure we'll get a couple more in, but today's the day to create your own gingerbread house. Find one of these kits and create and build that. Or just like I said, go visit the Disney resorts and check out the gingerbread houses out there. Here's another thing we're talking about. Not the band Ambrosia. No. We're talking about ambrosia salad. Today's a day for ambrosia salad. Do you like ambrosia salad? I have to confess, it's not something that it was on my radar. It's not something I grew up with. I knew a lot of people, especially in the South, grew up around ambrosia salad, which is a kind of a fruit salad, usually together with something creamy, sometimes whipped cream, sometimes yogurt, sometimes mayonnaise, which no thank you. But various different things. Lots of people grow up with ambrosia salad, and it's their thing. Again, it's not my thing, but if you do enjoy ambrosia salad, today's your day. Today's your day to celebrate with a little ambrosia salad for sure. Hey, Donna likes ambrosia salad. Very good. Very good. Hey, like I said, it's not my thing, but I respect anybody who grew up around it and enjoys ambrosia salad. That's for sure. Sure. Absolutely. What else are we talking about on this day in Disney history? Again, December 12th. Well, today was a day for a very Oswald holiday, right? Did you know about this? I didn't. Found this out today. In 1927, the short was released, Oswald Empty Socks. It's the first ever Disney holiday short. This is the first one. Oswald Empty Socks, silent short, released in 1927. Basically, Oswald kind of as Santa. And yeah, this was the first ever one. It's a tradition of we have so many holiday shorts that are out there that span the decades that have come through Disney. And this was the very, very first one. So back in 1927. Fascinating. I found it interesting. I did not know anything about it. Very cool. Very cool. Moving well forward into history. On this day in 2001, we visited Paradise Pier. Well, we didn't personally visit that Paradise Pier, but Paradise Pier Hotel opened up at the Disneyland Resort. Have you stayed at Paradise Pier? Now renamed Pixar Place Resort. It's a nice hotel. It's nice. It's one of the 3 current Disney official resorts out at Disneyland. The less expensive of the group. I'm not going to say it's cheap because it's not. It's still pretty expensive, but it's a nice space. We've stayed there multiple times. And if you get the theme park room, you can see kind of on the right-hand side here, the picture, you get like this great view right into Disney California Adventure Park. We've enjoyed staying there many, many times and really like it. We haven't been there since they've changed it over to Pixar Place, but they're looking forward to doing that at some point. But yeah, it opened on this day officially in 2001 now. It was owned by another company before that. Disney actually purchased this hotel. It used to be the Pan Pacific Hotel Anaheim. Disney purchased it and then reimagined it into the Paradise Pier Hotel and now Pixar Place Hotel. So it wasn't kind of their thing going on. It wasn't even the first Disney hotel. Of course, the Disneyland Hotel was the first one. But yeah, they wanted to add to their actual Disney resorts. And so they purchased this place. It was located in an ideal spot for that. And we are where we are now. So very cool. Also, on this day in general history, I found this interesting because I'm a radio guy. On this day, back in 1901, trying to get rid of my banner here and hit the wrong one. In 1901, Guglielmo Marconi sent out the first ever transatlantic radio signal. And again, this is something probably for me because I love radio and I love the history of radio. And this is the history of the farthest ever radio signal at that point sent all the way across the Atlantic Ocean, which is pretty amazing. It's not the first ever radio signal. He had done some things more locally sent over smaller distances, but this one went from Poldhu, Cornwall, England, to Newfoundland, Canada. The signal was something very simple. It was just a Morse code S, so just 3 quick dots, dot, dot, dot. It's one of the few Morse codes I know because you learn very early on what SOS is, dot, 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 dot. So, I know S and I know, I don't think I know any other letters, but I know those. But yeah, that was the first river radio signal, and it is to where we are now with transmissions that have gone to, of course, radio for many, many years, television, and yeah, it's lots of things that span the Atlantic. I find it fascinating. I think it's pretty cool, Don. I'm glad you do too. I think it's pretty cool and very interesting. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, in 1977, a classic movie debuted. Saturday Night Fever premiered in New York City. Was actually a huge box office hit. If it was to have been released now, the numbers that it made during that time, now it didn't make this much at that time. But if, with inflation, with everything else, the amount of money it made would have been $674 million in today's market. So that's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good. It was also nominated for several awards, including it was nominated for Best Picture, for a Golden Globe, for Best Picture, musical or comedy. But of course, the soundtrack album, focusing mostly on the Bee Gees, but as some other disco bands at the time, became one of the best-selling albums of all time. The Saturday Night Fever, I don't think is one of my favorite films. I've seen it many times, and I like aspects of it. I like the music much more than I think I like the movie, but I know it's a lot of people really, really love that film. So yeah, 1977, it premiered on this day. In 1980, just a few years later, Apple offered its first public stock options at this time. 1980, stock options for Apple at that time went for, when it was first released to the markets, $22 per share. Okay, think about that. Think about that. So I had to look it up because I needed to know, what if I had gone in and I just like, you know what? I got $22. I'm buying some Apple stock today in 1980 on December 12th, 1980, $22. I'm buying one share of Apple stock. How much money would I have today from that if I had kept it all this time? Well, for one thing, it would have split several times. It would have now be 224 shares because the stocks split from time to time. And depending on the day, how the market goes, it would be around that one stock for $22 would be worth around $50,000 today. So yeah. Sometimes it's worth it to just kind of, if you see a stock that you're interested in, throw a little money into it. You never know where it might go. You never know where it might go if you can afford it. Definitely invest. But yeah, one stock sold in 1980 would be worth $50,000 today, give or take. Really, really cool. Another classic movie that came out on this day in 1988, Rain Man. Great film. Of course, Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman, the story coming together of two brothers that didn't really know each other. One an autistic savant, ended up winning the Academy Award for Best Picture. Barry Levinson, the director, won Best Director. Dustin Hoffman won Best Actor for that film. Great film. Really, really great film. And it was released, or at least it premiered on this day in New York City on this day in 1988. Hey, if it's your birthday today, a very happy birthday to you. Here's a few of the people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra? Yes, born on this day in 1915. He would have been 109 today. We lost him back in 1998 a while ago, but yeah, one of the greatest singers of all time, actor, did a lot of stuff, so much stuff. Frank Sinatra, born on this day, 1915. How about Bob Barker? Of course, the great host for many, many years of game shows you love, but especially The Price is Right. I mean, who didn't grow up in get that sick day where you got to stay home and you turned on, and one of the exciting treats of getting to stay home on a sick day from school was putting on The Price is Right with Bob Barker. Loved it very much. He would have been 101 today, born on this day in 1923. We lost him just last year, 2023, but what a great career he had. Of course, great singer, Dionne Warwick. She turns 84 today, born on this day in 1940. Just has done some fantastic things. So many great songs from her over the years. Bill Nye, kind of a great time of year for him, because many people love actually. Where they think of that as one of their must watches during the holiday season. He turned 75 today, born on this day in 1949. He also played, for those of you who are the fans of the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise, he played Davy Jones in that. How about Jennifer Connelly? She turns 54 today. You may know her from Labyrinth. She won the Academy Award for Beautiful Mind, born on this day in 1970. And Mayim Bialik turns 49 today, born on this day, 1975. Of course, you may know her as Blossom. You may know her from The Big Bang Theory. She actually is a neuroscientist. She played a character on The Big Bang Theory, but she may have been more intelligent than any of the other super smart, theoretically, people on The Big Bang Theory. She is just so funny on that show. We watch it all the time, still to this day, and love her character as Amy Farrah Fowler on that show. Love it. So yeah, all their birthdays today. Happy birthday to them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you as well. All right. Gonna get out of here. Talk to you for too long, as I always do every morning, but I love getting up and celebrating the day with you. I really, really appreciate you coming along on this journey of fun, smiles, positivity, celebration. That's what we're here for. And that's what we'll continue to be here for with you every day, most every day. Moving forward. So everybody have a fantastic Thursday. You got this. You get through the day. It's Friday. It might as well be the weekend again. So you've got this. And please, please remember, always, always, always share some kindness, share some smiles, and please, please share some positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. back with you. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. See you tomorrow.